Hey everybody, I'm Tyler Adamsack from Full Circle Fitness, and today I'm here to talk to you about pro diets. Diet is 80% of the battle when it comes to weight loss and exercise. And you can't lose weight with just exercise. You can to a degree, but you need to eat better as well because no one can outtrain a bad diet. When you start an exercise program, you're going to lose weight to a degree, but if you're not eating better, you're going to plateau real quick. So, today I'm going to show you how to use Pro Diets. Pro Diets is a fantastic tool because it allows you to create a meal plan that's tailored just to you and nobody else. So, when someone has added you to Pro Diets, you're going to get this email here, and it's going to have all the sign-in information you're going to need, some links to a tutorial, and your username and mobile password as well. Your mobile password is going to be different than your computer password, if that makes sense, the desktop version. And you need to set up the desktop version first. So, you're going to click the link to the email in the email, and you're going to enter that information. So, what it's going to do is, once you've input your password and everything, you're going to begin by setting up your account, and you're going to be adding some details about yourself. So, you can change your username and password and email and everything here. So this is all set. It's going to ask you your gender, date of birth, so March 8th, 1994, what your current weight is, and what your height in inches is. So 72, and it's going to have a question here if you're a female. So anyway, it's going to ask you what your resting metabolic rate. I would skip this and just use the default calculation that this generates, unless a licensed professional tells you otherwise. So you're just going to use the default and select next. Here, it's going to ask you to log your exercise patterns. I'd recommend leaving this blank if you're trying to lose weight, because like it says, I would recommend leaving this blank if you're trying to lose weight, because like it says here, it will add additional calories to your recommended total for the day. And when you're trying to lose weight, we don't want to log our exercise. You don't want to be eating more than what it recommends. So we're just going to skip that for now and hit next. Now, it's going to ask you what your body type is, and there's 3 body types. Type 1 being you can eat whatever you want and not gain weight, and you have a very hard time gaining weight. Type 2 is you can gain or lose weight just by adjusting activity levels and eating habits. In Type 3, you find it very hard to lose weight and you gain weight very quickly. So, take a couple seconds and really think about it. 90% of the population is going to be here. Just be honest with yourself. So, we're going to select Type 2. Next, I'm going to ask you to be very honest with yourself again. It's going to ask you to rate how active you are in your profession. So sedentary being a desk job, very active being, construction and landscaping. Be honest. If you click the question marks, they're going to give you examples for each activity level, but please be honest. So I'm going to say moderately active. Now it's going to ask you what your personal health and fitness goals are. So here you can set your goals and everything. You can set for weight loss, to maintain, or to add weight. So we're going to set it for weight loss, and you're going to log in what your goal weight is. So let's say I want to cut 20 pounds and I want to be 160. We're going to start today, and I want to lose it at 2 pounds a week. We're going to hit next. Now, we're going to come to meal types. So, what this does is this gives you several different meal types depending on really just what you prefer. We have low carb diets, high carb diets, high protein diets, everything. And there's diets for the general public, there's diets for athletes, people with special needs, even people with diseases. Now, I know some of you are going to think, well, I don't want to be just limited to one diet. Am I going to be able to change at any point? Yes, you can. And I'm going to go through and show you how to pick multiple meal plans and choose the best one for you later. But for now, you can go through and you can just kind of take a look at which one each entails by just selecting the question mark. And it kind of gives you the general overview of what the diet will have. So just for now, I'm going to choose just I'm going to just choose the Mediterranean. Lots of variety. I like that one. So we're going to hit next. Now it's just going to ask you some medical questions, like if you have any of these diseases or if it runs in the family. And I would recommend checking these off. So diabetes and what else runs in my family? Hypertension. So we're going to select that because that runs in my family. Right here we have our dashboard. Here you can log meals, exercise, track your weigh-ins, plan your meals, and print off your recommended meals. Shows you your recommended intake for the day, shows you how much you've consumed and how much you've burned, and how many pounds you have left to go into your goal weight. So, we're going to go back to meal types now. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to go back up here on the left-hand corner to select meal types. And what we're going to do is, we're going to select a couple that kind of piqued our interest. So we'll select the North Beach. You're going to hit save. And we're just going to do this a couple times, and you'll see why. Just picking random ones. Maybe not mature woman. Anyway, now that we've selected a few meal plans, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Plan My Meals. Now, as you can see, I have several different meal plans loaded. That's why I went back and chose multiple meal plans, so I could load all of these. So, we're going to pretend that these are all ones that pretty much interested me. So, what I want you to do from here then is, I want you to just take a look at each and every single meal plan and see what they entail. So, go through and just check out what each one looks like. Kind of see which one you prefer, looking at it day to day. You know, if you like the foods or the snacks. And if you like the macronutrient levels. Just kind of see which ones you like. And once you've found one that you pretty much like, what you're going to do is you're going to select all. And you're going to uncheck the diet you want to keep. So I want to stick to Mediterranean. So we're just going to uncheck these, uncheck these bad boys, and delete the rest. Now, what I want you to do next is, I want you to go through each and every single day, each and every meal, and exchange out any meals, snacks, whatever, that you may not like, and keep the ones you do like. So, you know, it might take a little bit of time to do this, but like I always tell my clients, it's like building a house. It may take a little while, but once it's created and built, you're set. So, we'll start off with a snack. So, as we can see, snack's pretty basic. It's an apple and some cheese. Well, I hate goat cheese. I hate it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exchange it for another form of basically dairy. So I want some yogurt instead. So here you can select it, hit exchange food, boom. Now I'm going to have yogurt instead. Now, make sure you kind of just take a look here. It kind of shows you everything too when you're doing this. It shows you your breakdowns of I wanted to mention this before, but you know, when you're looking at the meal plans, kind of look at the breakdowns and everything of nutrients and like fats and proteins and carbs and see if it's something you would enjoy. Anyway, we're going to go back to meal planning. So, go through and check out every single meal. So, the great thing about this is you can delete foods too. Say you hate cucumbers, you can delete it too, exchange it for another. You can exchange everything. You can double up on the servings, you can edit the foods, you can add custom recipes, which we'll go over later. But this makes it impossible for you to fail. The only reason why you're not going to do well on this is if you do not follow the program. So, once I've gone through and exchanged everything, I'm going to go back to my dashboard. So I'm going to select Profile Summary, and I'm going to select Print Recommended Meals. So going to select print recommended meals, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to highlight each of the 7 days of my meal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to preview my meal planner report. So this shows me my meal breakdowns in terms of calories, how many servings of a food, what the macronutrients are. It's going to bring it up as a PDF file for you. So you can save it to your phone, your computer, print it, download it, whatever you need to do. I always recommend printing it off and placing it on your fridge or in a binder or something. But yeah, it shows you the breakdown for every single day, your servings, your measurements, everything. It tells you how to do everything, as we can see. And we can just download it up here or print it off. And once you've done that, you're going to go through and you're going to generate your grocery list. Oop, no, that was the email. You can email it to yourself as well, but I want to generate my grocery list. So, what this does is, this creates a grocery list that breaks everything up alphabetically for you and tells you how much you need of everything. So, what I recommend before going out shopping is just kind of go through your pantry and everything and just check off everything you need. You'll actually find you'll be saving yourself money too every week you're on this, because once you buy something, you've had it. You're going to have it for a few weeks. So, you can save this and print it to your phone just like you could with the meal planning report. Let's exit out of here. Now, I'm going to show you how to log your meals. It's very important to log your meals because you want to make sure you're eating enough and that you're not overeating as well. So, you're going to select log my meals in the left-hand corner here. And what you can do is, there's a few ways to do this. You can log every single meal as you eat it, or if you stuck to the meal plan to a T, what you can do is you can copy planned meal from the corresponding day. So let's say today was day 2 on my diet. We're going to copy meal. And what this does is it copies every single meal for the day into ProDiets that you had scheduled. Every single thing. If you followed it to a T, you're done. Now, for those of us who didn't follow it to a T, you can go through and edit and exchange what you ate. So let's say for snack 1, I didn't eat any of my yogurt. It was a yogurt with flax seeds and strawberries. Let's say I didn't eat any of it. Go through and delete it, because this shows you how much under you are. You never want to be quite under 1,200 calories, but that's for another day. But it shows you how much under you were from your recommended calories. So, let's say I did eat my first snack, but it wasn't what was recommended. Let's say I had cake. Not the good cake either. I had a vanilla cake. Now, the great thing about ProDiets is you can also, whether you're adding foods or doing your meal planning, you can select the measurements and how many servings you have as well. So, I didn't have an ounce of cake. I had an eighth of a piece of cake. I had a big slice. And I had about 2 pieces. I highly recommend logging the desserts you eat. Because if you do not log it, and if you ignore it like it didn't happen, the only person you're lying to is yourself and your trainer. So I'm going to add it to my meal. I ate 500 calories in just cake. And I'm 300 calories over for the day. I do recommend you logging it. Again, like I said, ignoring it is just as bad as eating it. If you pretend it didn't happen, you're wasting your time. So, now that we've done that, I'm going to show you how to log favorite meals. So, let's say you really liked this breakfast. I really enjoyed it. You can save this as a favorite meal. So, I'm going to save it as fave breakfast. I really liked bread and grapefruit. I really like the peanut butter, grape, and breadfruit. I just really like this meal plan. What I'm going to do is, if I really enjoyed it, say on day 3, I was going to have eggs for breakfast, but I wasn't feeling it. I wanted to have my favorite breakfast. I'm going to copy favorite meal. And boom, it's done. Again, just edit in Exchange and delete accordingly. Say you didn't have the milk with it. Please do that. Now, another thing you can do is you can create custom recipes, which is great. So, let's say, I have a shake I make. No, not a shake. Let's go for a meal. So I have a favorite meal I make, and it's a breakfast. Let's say they're protein pancakes. You can make custom recipes, and let's say you have a recipe and you know everything that goes into it and the exact measurements. You're gonna add this custom recipe, and what you do is you're gonna add the parts of the recipe. So these protein pancakes, they have protein powder as the first ingredient. So we're gonna search. We'll say it was metrics. Yeah, scoops, that's better. Say I use 6 scoops for that. So I'm going to add it. And it has more parts. So let's say they were peanut butter protein pancakes. It sounds really good, actually. But you're going to search peanut butter. We just have, as you can see, it gives you multiple options for peanut butter and other sorts of butters. But we're just going to use a generic. Let's say I used 4 servings of peanut butter. I measured it with a tablespoon. And new foods. I added blueberries. They were peanut butter blueberry pancakes. Search. Raw. Also shows you the cup. The great thing about Pro Diets too is it always has multiple measurements, because sometimes things aren't measured in cups. Sometimes they're measured in packages or pints. So we used 50 berries. Just total. It was 1 serving of 50 berries. So we're just going to pretend that's all I put in. Now, this lets you split it up into how many servings it makes. So let's say this feeds 5 people. We're going to hit save. And what it does is it's going to show you the breakdown for the entire recipe and the calorie breakdown for every single serving. And you can use that in further meal plans. Like say tomorrow, let's say I didn't eat any of this, but I had my protein pancakes instead. We can go ahead and search it. And boom, it's there. You can adjust the servings and everything. It's saved. You can also add favorite meals. Or not favorite meals, but favorite foods, pardon me. So you could add a new food. So let's say we're going through Pro Diets and they don't have your favorite protein bar in there. So you can add it. So protein bar by Tyler. Food category, you can categorize into anything. Protein, healthy, measurement. You can select the measurement and everything, how it's measured. So it says each. It's a protein bar, so we'll say each. The serving size is just 1. Calories, 180. You could type in the breakdown for the macros and everything. You can even add the vitamins and everything. But if you have like a favorite food or something, and you know like if you know the nutrition facts, you can go ahead and add it. Pro Diets makes it really easy to lose weight because you can still eat some of your favorite foods while sticking to a plan. So that's really just of how to use Pro Diets. If your trainer or your administrator added any documents for you to view, you can view them by selecting documents. You can log any exercise that you may have done. You can track your body composition and check out your goals and everything. You can see where you've progressed, where you've lost weight, where you've gained it. You can track everything in Pro Diets. This is a great tool to use. I'd highly recommend it to anyone serious about weight loss. Every single one of my clients that have used this has had significant success. So, that was the how-to on Pro Diets. I'm Tyler Emzek from Full Circle Fitness, and I hope you have a great day. Bye bye.